I'm David.
I'm Frank.
I'm Alfonso.
And I'm Brad.
And we're Virginia Trekkers. And we're here today at Virginia Beach on the coastal plain.
And we've officially crossed the entire state, all the way from the Cumberland Gap in the west, all the way to the Atlantic Ocean.
And since we're at the beach, we're going to talk to you all about oceans.
As you can see behind us, we're going to check out some lighthouses, and we're going to talk about some products and industries from the coastal plain region by checking out the waterfront.
Let's go trekking.
Let's go! Hit the beach, boys!
Hey boys and girls, here we are at the old Cape Henry Lighthouse. It started to be built in 1791, and we're going to go up and take a little peek where we're going to meet Brad and Frank.
It was the first public work project authorized by the Constitution of the United States, and George Washington actually reviewed the bids to make this. It was in operation for 100 years from 1792 to 1892.
So come on in, let's take a peek.
Alright, we've made it to the top of the old Cape Henry Lighthouse. You can see the new one behind me. And behind that lighthouse, you can see the nice blue water of the Atlantic Ocean. Right now, where this lighthouse is standing, we are on the border of the Atlantic Ocean, and right over here to my right is the Chesapeake Bay.
Boys and girls, why do you think there is such a need for a lighthouse? Well, when the first colonists came over, navigating the waters of the Atlantic Ocean and the Chesapeake Bay were really, really difficult. Many ships ran aground and were destroyed because the water became so shallow, which means it's not very deep, that the ships would just run aground and they would be destroyed. Well, we're here at Cape Henry, which was named after King James's first son, Henry. And a cape is actually a section of land that actually stretches out towards the water. So this is a great spot for a lighthouse because the light that was illuminated from the fish oil could show the ships as they come in, hey, you're getting too close to the inland, and it shows them how far to stay off so they don't run aground.
I'm standing in front of the Cape Henry Memorial. Now this is a very important spot in U.S. history because this is where 3 small ships guided by Christopher Newport landed on April 26, 1607. This was the very first place that English colonists landed. Now you know, just a couple short weeks later, they went up the James River and settled what is now Jamestown. And looking around here, Fonfie, Brad, and Dave have all left me. They must be just over the dune at the beach. So I'm gonna go find them.
Boys and girls, one of the main industries here in the Virginia Beach area is the naval station here in Norfolk. As you can see behind me, a submarine is just coming in from the ocean, and the Coast Guard boat is right behind it, being its escort, or it's riding along with it to make sure that nothing happens to the submarine. And what they're going to do is they're going to come into the Chesapeake Bay, and right behind us over here beyond these trees is the Norfolk Naval Station, which employs thousands of people. It gives many jobs to Virginia, one of the main industries here in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Boys and girls, Brad talked to you a little bit about the military being an important industry. Another important industry here in the coastal plain is fishing. You have lots of people who do personal fishing, but you can also charter boats to do commercial fishing. So, next time that you have fish as dinner, you probably came somewhere here in the coastal plain. Enjoy. Keep fishing. All right, boys and girls, we talked a little bit about the military being an important industry. We talked about fishing being an important industry. Another very important industry that you're probably more familiar with is tourism. When you or one of your friends comes to visit the beach here at Virginia Beach, or another beach here in the coastal plain, you're supporting keeping the beach going. You do this by the hotels, like you can see some hotels behind me. You also have restaurants that you might visit, and shop. You can buy some souvenirs. All that brings in the money in order to keep the beaches running. So tourism is a very important industry here on the coastal plain.
The waves that you see here are being caused by Hurricane Bill. Even though the storm is hundreds of miles away from Virginia, its winds are strong enough to make these waves.
Waves have some important features. The top of the wave is called the crest, the lowest point between the crests is called the trough, and the wavelength is the distance between 2 crests or 2 troughs.
As the wave gets closer to shore, the wave starts to compress and rise from the water. The surfer has to paddle quickly in order to catch the wave. The force of gravity and the wave pushing towards the beach keeps the surfer on the wave.
The tides here on Earth are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon on the Earth's oceans. The tides change every 6 hours and 13 minutes. The Earth does experience very strong tides called spring tides. This occurs when the moon, sun, and Earth line up in a straight line.
We hope you enjoy your day here at Virginia Beach and in the coastal plain region.
We talk about some major industries such as the military, tourism, and fishing.
Be sure to check out our website, virginiatrekkers.com, for more podcasts.
You guys have learned about oceans, and there's some pretty good waves behind me. You guys interested?
Yeah!
Let's go!